Train this to Alex because here this is in this particular procedure. So it's been taken, this particular image has been taken from one of his articles, but he has explained it very clearly. And this process is a complete iterative process. So it is a gap-do process which represents goals, acquire, build, deliver, and optimize. So I'd like to take some time to explain each of these phases because this is the crucial, like this is how the data science life cycle is going to be if you are into the industry. So now the first point is goals. So then you have to identify the goals, not that you are having some data, so you are doing some machine learning algorithm and you want to apply the algorithm. That's not the complete way, right? That's not the right way. You have to understand what is the real business problem, what is the use case, what is the statement, what is the problem statement over there. So based on that problem statement, how if we solve that particular problem, how it is going to impact our particular business. So that is to be considered at the priority base. So first is identification of your goals, and then we have to look for opportunities. Is there any good opportunities for that? Like currently the traditional analytics has done something. So if we apply some advanced machine learning or deep learning concept on it and try to improve the performance of it, so is it gonna improve the is it gonna help the business? That is to be taken care of. Because everything is in respect to the business. So then, once after identification of your goals, you have to create the hypothesis. Like we do have two hypotheses. Like if you guys have come across any statistics in your previous experience or previous thing, you might have ever heard of null hypothesis and alternate hypothesis. So based on those hypotheses, if it is good to go, just go with the second step, which is acquiring. So acquiring is nothing but now you should start collecting the data. Now that in the first phase you have identified the problem. So collect the data regarding that related to that particular problem. Right? So identify the data and acquire the data and then prepare the data. Because see, even in the real-time scenarios, let's take these toy data sets, candy data sets, which are considered to be toy data sets in most of the cases. Those will be almost filled. But in the real-time scenarios, if you get some data, that will be completely messy data. So you should be in such a situation to deal with that particular, what we can say, cleaning of data. So that plays a crucial role. And even in the industry, 80% of the time you will be spending on preparing this particular data, and the other 20% you will spend on model application and UI deployment and all this kind of stuff. So this is the most crucial phase in like taking off a data science project. We can say that because if you are going to go with traditional machine learning algorithms, you need to prepare or clean the data at the top notch. There should be no compromise in cleaning the data if you are going with basic machine learning algorithm. But if you want to go with advanced machine learning algorithm, then yeah, you can do that because all those advanced machine learning algorithms are rule-based. So some sort of training would be required, and definitely it can do justice, actually. But if you want to go with traditional machine learning algorithms like logistic or linear regressions, then just you have to clean the data at the top notch. That's how you're going to survive. Otherwise, the model is going to trouble you at the time of testing or at the time of deployment or in the future as well, because it is definitely going to be depreciated very soon. So this is the most crucial phase. Then moving on to the third phase, which is building. So here your machine learning skills come into the picture. So here you will explore the data, like with some nice visualizations. You will get the complete understanding of what the data is and how you have to tweak it, because there are many phases in this particular building phase. Actually, you need to go with subset of feature selections, feature engineering, and you will have various kinds of what we can say tasks which need to be performed before simply applying the model. Then you have to separate the data set into 3 sections, or most probably 2 sections: train and test and validate. And then you can tweak the model. That's what I said. There are some hyperparameters where you have to tweak the model so that your performance will definitely improve. So this particular third phase will handle all these, or we can say, tasks. Then moving on to the fourth phase, which is deliver. So in this particular phase, now you have developed the model, you have developed the model, and you are ready to deploy it. That means you are ready to take it to your client. But the clients, in all cases, you won't be having knowledge on machine learning, right? At the back end, whatever you are going on to the fourth phase, which is deliver phase. So here the client doesn't have total technical knowledge. So you need to make the client understand what you have done as a part of your machine learning thing, as a part of your building phase. So the client needs to get the proper insights. Like you cannot say that I have given a scikit-learn model and it has this type of predictions. You cannot simply say that. You need to explain the client like why this particular model has classified the default customer as a default one based on the data you have given. So the client gets a proper understanding. Then that will be taken. That will be like they will say okay to a project, and then you have to take it to the production environment, and then you have to deploy it. So that is a lot of that is a different phase actually. So where the user interface come into the picture, you need to develop a nice user interface, and you have to deploy it onto the web. So this fourth phase deals with the entire life cycle, and then fifth phase is optimizing. So once your model has gone to production environment, that's okay. But how long it is going to be performing good? Because new data something, and let's take a very good example. So in 2020 year, right from March, we were being facing with this corona crisis. So everyone might have heard of Airbnb. Before 2020 March, they could be able to successfully manage their business by completely utilizing this machine learning and artificial intelligence at the fullest. And they could be able to make huge amount of profit by just predicting. But after 2020 corona, after 3 to 4 months, like right from August and September, their models have literally failed. They couldn't be able to predict. The main, the main change is the data which they have used previously. That particular data, now the trend in the data has completely deviated because of the corona. So everything has gone down. So the predictions are being made before corona, post corona, and they were trying to predict based on that. So that's how their models literally fail. So the same thing is going to happen in the production environment as well. So you need to constantly monitor the model and then analyze and then improve the model if you get a chance. Like if there is some incoming new data, you have to build a new model by including that data with the old data as well. To get some more hidden patterns in your data, and you have to deploy that same model onto the production so that it will be definitely helpful for the business. So this is the entire life cycle of a particular data scientist. Actually, if you want to become a data scientist in the industry, you have to handle this entire life cycle. So this is the main